let's join Jonathan Montoya to the screen.
Let's get some
What
like
is up,
side
man?
hands going, man, in those comments. Like, newest dream car winner, like this is crazy. Like, and I know, listen, Jonathan, if I can, I know that you and Turner know each other a little bit better than you and I know each other. And I want to get to know you a little bit more. Like, what's always fascinating to me is if I understand, one of the reasons that we do this dream car thing is you go to Funnel Hacking Live and you go see these people do it. And I know just from this week, you posting your car and people saying, hold on, look, is Jonathan some type of superhero? Is he this guy that can just, you know, pull leads out of thin air? But as we were talking a minute ago, like, I know you have a story. Like, what is your story? Are you a regular guy? Where were you? How did you get to where you are? Because then if people can relate.
Yeah, well, first of all, Turner, Chris, thank you so much for having me on. Like, I never thought I'd be able to like speak, especially to the ClickFunnels community, because this is what I started in when I was first like getting into the affiliate space. Was like, I wanted that dream car. That was the first thing I wanted back in May of 2019. So thank you, first of all. So as far as like my story, let me kind of bring it back. Okay. Just so for those of you who don't know who I am, basically, I kind of always had the entrepreneurial spirit. So like when I was in elementary school, I would go to the Walmart, grab some gum, you know, buy a big pack of gum, and I would sell it in my third grade class.
You were the gum hustler?
I was the gum guy, man. And then I was, you know, as later on, I was the, you know, I did the candy bars at Sam's Club. I would sell CDs and DVDs, and then high school, same thing. You know, after high school, I kind of got out of that because I graduated, or I went to college to get my degree in electrical engineering. So, you know, I was obviously focused on school. So I kind of forgot about building a business or selling stuff, whatever it was, right? So I got my degree in engineering. I wanted my dream job, right, as an engineer, and which I did. I got a job, and right away I realized this is not for me. I'm not happy here. I'm just not happy not having the time, financial freedom. But throughout this time, you know, I started working, and I kind of forgot still about starting any type of business. I had like, that was not on my mind at all. When I started really thinking about starting a business was when we got pregnant with my daughter. So that's when I was like, now I really want the time freedom. Now I really don't want to be spending my time at a job all day. So that's when I started getting into a bunch of like just side hustles. Again, I had no idea about this online space, ClickFunnels, nothing. Okay. So I did what anyone does to make money. They go on YouTube or Google and type in how to make money online. So I started figuring out, let's do e-commerce or Amazon FBA or eBay arbitrage, where you like buy stuff on Walmart and sell it on eBay. Like literally everything you can think of, I did. Okay. So the problem was though, I wanted to get rich quick, right? Like, and I didn't have kind of a long-term mindset. So I kind of got into some trouble. I would spend a lot of money because I thought I could get rich overnight type thing. Long story short, basically you know, with all these business models that I failed, I got into debt. You know, I was putting my credit card on all these things, and I was negative 1,200 in the bank. I still have the screenshot. I have that. It was around, I think, May 2019.
I'm just looking at you right now. You got a 2 Comma Club award in the wall, and you got a dream car. And less than 3 years ago, you're negative in your bank account.
Yeah, man, it was crazy because I like, what's going on? And at the time, I was just like, man, I fail at everything I try. And it was tough. It really was. And it's kind of a crazy story. I actually never told my wife until I quit my job, which was like a few years later. But so I was negative in the bank, and I was like, I need to figure out something that works. And that's when I was introduced to the ClickFunnels world, you know, the whole affiliate space. That's when I like got into, was it the One Funnel Away? And after that, man, I saw everyone winning dream cars at Doug Boughton, Spencer Meekum. There's no way I'd ever even come close. I just want to make a couple $100s, you know? So that was kind of the goal at the time. Again, long story short, I started in May of 2019. I was negative in the bank. And basically in March of 2020, I quit my job. And that's where we're at. So since then, I've been just working on the business, and that's where I'm at right now.
What advice do you have? Or is there like a system where if somebody's negative right now, they're you 3 years ago, is there a simple process that you've used to this? Like, what advice do you have for them?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. So the thing that got me into that, I was trying to build a business overnight, okay? Because that's what all the gurus said, right? That was kind of the thing I was believing. When I was negative, I was like, okay, I need to make a major shift, okay? I need to figure out how I can't get into debt again. So that's when I was like, I need to look at this as a long-term thing, right? That's when everything shifted for me. So that's when I started my YouTube channel. That's when I started building an email list. That was kind of the mindset I had then. And that was the biggest shift, was like, I need to build a long-term asset, which is my email list, YouTube. So, you know, for those of you that don't have the sales yet, you don't have a following yet, you just got to shift your mindset into thinking long term. If you do that, I promise you, anyone can see success.
What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced along this way? Like, even though you have a long-term mindset, were there things that held you back? Like, what was hard to overcome? And did you have certain resources to do that?
The biggest thing for me was, I tell my wife this all the time, but I really think that's because we were pregnant with my daughter. I just like, I need to really double down on what I'm doing. So basically when I started my business, I basically got up at 3:30 a.m. every morning and I would create YouTube videos. I would create a video every single day, no matter how bad it was. I didn't have time to edit it. It was a raw video. I would get on and I would film it 3:30 to whenever I had to leave to work. I would just throw it on, right? So I want to say is my daughter that helped me get out of that. But I don't know if I answered that question correctly.
I think one thing I took from that is when the going gets tough, remember your why. It's not what the 2 Comma Club award is. It represents the freedom now, right? People want to do this because they have a lot of money. Yeah, that can be motivation. But what is your real motivation and what is your why? I think that's awesome. So you're waking up at 3:30 in the morning. How did you really keep like that grit and determination to keep doing that stuff, even when it was hard?
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, it was my daughter, right? It was at the time I wanted to be with her. That was the thing that really motivated me, right? In the past, it was money, right? I think money is always the main motivation, the main driver to get people in the door, right? But after that, you really got to figure out what's the real thing that you really want, right?
Yeah.
And that's, again, like you said, the why. And that's why I would get up every single morning, even though I worked 50-hour weeks. I just made it happen, right? That why is so important. I know it's like, I think a lot of people kind of talk about the why, but it really is the core foundation of why I was able to get up every single morning.
That's the rise and grind mentality. And I want to toot Turner's horn for a second, okay? Because I know Turner isn't going to inject himself here into this conversation. In ClickFunnels, you know, as an affiliate, there's resources, and I know that you and Turner have had a close relationship, and I want to hear maybe from you, Jonathan, too. Like, can you kind of tell me like how you've used Turner, like what resource he's been, and has that been helpful in your journey to get to this dream car?
Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, Turner reached out to me personally, and it was really nice because basically whatever I needed, right? You need swag for your, people buying ClickFunnels. He was like right there, and he's super quick, right? Like,
yeah,
I was like, Turner, I have a problem, right? Or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, I got you, man. No worries. So like, it was really nice having that. But yeah, man, for sure. He definitely helped me get over the hump to over the 100 cars. So yeah.
Those of you that are new to the group, what Jonathan has done is amazing. So, and now us as ClickFunnels, we are sending him $500 a month to then pay for his dream car or a dream truck, right? Now, this is so cool. This is beyond his commissions. So he's making a great amount of commissions with his hard work, and he's getting $500 towards his dream truck. So let's talk about that dream car and how you got to that point. Now, I also look at Jonathan's stats every day to see how many trials he's getting in. So this is huge. So Jonathan, how are you able to get a certain amount of trials every day, be able to get to where you're at with the dream car?
First of all, man, thank you so much for helping me with the dream truck. I'll kind of break it down in phases, I guess, because I can tell you what I'm doing now, but I didn't get there quickly. I didn't get there right away. So phase 1, I guess you can call it, like when I first started. As I mentioned, I was getting up every morning doing YouTube videos. But what I was doing is I was creating evergreen content on YouTube. For those of you who don't know what evergreen content means, like people going on YouTube and then type in, I need more leads for my chiropractor business, right? So I would go and create these videos and just let them know, hey, this is what ClickFunnels does. This is how they can help you get more leads. So that's what I started doing every single morning is like, who can I serve, right? Who can I serve? Chiropractors, dentists. So I kind of started thinking about that. And people are always going to search on YouTube how to get more leads. Basically, that was working. I started to get leads. I started to get sales. I started to get trials. And they started coming in, right? I was around 20, maybe 30 cars. And I was like, okay, this is working, but I need something better, right? So the next phase was I created basically a mini course. So I used ClickFunnels and I created like this mini course on how to use ClickFunnels, and I would give that away as a lead magnet. People don't really care about ClickFunnels per se, right? They care about what ClickFunnels can do for them. I guess phase 2 was like creating a resource for people, and I would give it away. And obviously in the back end, I would promote the ClickFunnels trials. We want to think about the customer's end goal. Where do they want to get to? And then ClickFunnels is the vehicle to get them there. So hopefully that made sense.
I love that, Jonathan. One thing I'm thinking about, I think a lot of us get really wrapped up as affiliates about like, what is the front end promotional offer like? So let's talk your first funnel, for example. We want to go get them the cookbook. We want to get them the 30 days book. But if we just do that and then leave them, sometimes, they don't stick. So to be Dream Car, you not only have to have 100 people that signed up, but these are now paying customers every single month.
Now, Jonathan, he's created a system to help these people, and Jonathan's going off a system to where he's on YouTube, he's on Instagram, he's on TikTok, he's got his Facebook group, he's built this funnel, And these things are out there everywhere. And so he's getting these trials and they're coming in every day. From all this hard work that he's done already, it just works. And your system is like so crazy awesome.
Yeah. And that was the thing I didn't have in the beginning though. If I could help someone that is barely starting out, the biggest thing I would tell them is think about the end result that you want to help people with. Then everything will just kind of fall into place.
Just again, those people who are on here who are looking at you as the inspiration and saying, okay, what do I do? Like, what is the first thing that maybe I should focus on to get some momentum going? What would you say to them?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. I mean, I didn't have this when I started, but TikTok is an awesome place to start.
Okay.
TikTok and Instagram Reels. Those are the only two platforms right now that you can post a piece of content like super easy, like literally a 7 to 20 second video, and you can potentially get thousands of views. If I were you guys right now, if you're starting from zero, go create a TikTok, go create an Instagram Reels account and start creating content. Right now, it's a great way to get traffic very quickly. Long-term wise, I would definitely still get on YouTube because YouTube's going to be the long-term evergreen traffic. That's going to last forever. Okay. So
I love it. What would one of those TikToks look like? What does something look like to send them to a landing page?
with the TikTok, it's very simple. Okay. Give them a 2-second hook, get them to stop scrolling because people are scrolling on TikTok. For me, if I'm helping people leave a job, my hook would be like this 3-step system, help 10,000 people leave their job, whatever. And then I give them a quick 5-second value and then a call to action, right? Click the link in the bio. It's so simple. Hook, story, offer.
That's
Russell
it.
Brunson, right?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, real quick, 2 questions here. What is your TikTok handle, real quick?
Oh, it's passive income lifestyles. Nate Bacher, what's up, brother? Yeah,
That's awesome.
Sounds like Nate is a true follower. This is great.
He's definitely one of my guys for sure. I'm glad he's here.
If you could, Jonathan, take us through a full day of Jonathan Montoya. It's kids and wife or work and everything. Take us from start to end of your day.
When I was trying to get out of my job, I would get up at 3:30. I would get ready real quick, grab some coffee. I would do a YouTube video. And if I had time, I would create a TikTok that promoted that YouTube video. I would try to do as much as possible from 3:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. Then from 7 a.m., I drove to work and then I would go to the gym, come home. I would have a couple hours with the fam and then I would go to bed by like 8:39. So that was kind of what I did during the day when I was trying to get out of my job. Okay. So now it's a little bit different, right? So actually I still get up early because I'm like used to the habit now. So 4 or 5 a.m. I get up, I actually film YouTube videos. That's like still my main thing. Like from there, I create an email, send those emails to my YouTube videos, create TikToks, send people from TikTok to my YouTube videos. From there, I'll look at my business, see if I need to put out any fires, send any emails, stuff like that. So I usually work pretty hard from around 4 to around 9, 10 a.m. Then we have breakfast with the family. Once we have breakfast, I go to the gym. Usually won't work in the evening. It depends, but I'll work 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. sometimes. And that's it, man. Just hang out with the family. I don't do that every day. Sometimes I just don't work at all, Luckily, we've built a system that works really well, but it just depends. I honestly love working though. Like it's fun. Like I love creating content. I love helping my students. And most of the time, like sometimes I'm just trying to make my system even better to help more people get the result that they want. So sometimes that's all I do. So it just depends, man.
Another question to follow up with that. Where is Jonathan Montoya going to be in 2 years?
The biggest thing for me though, at this point, I think is to help more people get out of their jobs. That was the biggest thing for me. So I don't have a number yet. I want to say at least 10,000 people out of their jobs in the next 2 years, doing what they love to do, right? That's the goal for me.
Okay, you guys, we're going to go ahead and end this thing. We want to thank Jonathan so much for being here and working so hard. We want to thank you guys as well for being in the comments. Have a good day. Thanks so much, Jonathan.
Thanks, Turner. Thanks, Chris.
You guys.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you, everybody.